For years, I believed more was better. More volume, more intensity, more control. I trained 6 days a week, pushed every set to failure, supersets, drop sets, the works. If I wasn't wrecked after a session, I felt like I hadn't earned my progress. But despite doing everything right, I was plateauing. I was tired, and honestly, I was starting to lose the love for training. So I tried something completely different. I cut my training volume in half for 30 days. And what happened? Completely changed how I see growth. I'll be honest, when I first heard about low volume training, I didn't buy it. I thought it was for lazy lifters, people looking for shortcuts. I mean, how could doing less possibly lead to more results? But then I started looking into it. Evidence shows that 6 to 10 hard sets per muscle per week can be just as effective or even more effective than the typical 15 to 20 sets most people do. Why? Because it's not about how much you do, it's about how hard and focused those sets are. But still, I was skeptical. This went against everything I believed. But I hit a wall, so with nothing left to lose, I committed to a 30-day experiment. Here's exactly what I changed. I dropped from 15 plus weekly sets per muscle down to just 6 to 10. I cut out supersets completely and gave myself full 3-minute rests. For heavy leg movements, sometimes even 5. I switched to a 4-day upper lower split, no fluff, 1 hour max per session. I limited myself to just 2 working sets per exercise. That's it. But those sets, dialed in, full intent, zero distractions. And I completely stopped doing junk volume just to feel busy. The hardest part wasn't physical, it was mental. Letting go of that need to feel wrecked after every session. That was the real challenge. Week 1, I felt weird, like I was slacking. I kept thinking, that's it? I'm done already? For the first time in ages, I had energy after my workouts, and it didn't feel right. Week 2 comes along and my strength started creeping up, not because I was pushing harder, but because I was actually recovering. My joints, they felt better. My mood was much better. I wasn't dragging myself to the gym anymore, and sessions became more exciting. By week 3, my pumps were crazy. My physique looked fuller. I was sleeping better. My appetite regulated itself. And the scale, it started going up in a good way. Week 4, that's when it clicked. I felt strong, clear headed, motivated again. It was like I broke out of the burnout loop I didn't realize I was in. I know you've been hanging out for the results, so after 30 days of cutting my training volume in half, the results blew me away. I didn't lose muscle. In fact, I looked bigger. I didn't get weaker. I got stronger. But the biggest change was in my mindset. I started training with real purpose, focusing on every set with full intent. That simple 2-set approach, which I was once so skeptical about, has now become my new norm. For the first time in years, my lifts skyrocketed. Then it hit me, less is actually more. This was a massive mental breakthrough. I used to believe that doing less would stall my progress, cause muscle loss, and make me feel lazy. But I was completely wrong. My lifts went up, my sleep and mood improved. I finally started gaining weight, the right way, and I started looking better. Most importantly, I felt like I was training to live, not living to train. This experiment made me realize that all along I was chasing effort instead of progress. And for the first time in years, I felt free. Free to train because I wanted to, not because I had to. And the results speak for themselves. So I encourage you, if you think you need to train 6 plus days a week, if you're hitting 20 sets per muscle and still feel stuck, if you feel like rest days make you anxious or guilty, then maybe you're not underperforming. Maybe you're just overreaching. This isn't about training less for the sake of being lazy. It's about training smarter, with purpose. You don't grow from lifting, you grow from recovering. And sometimes backing off is exactly what you need to finally break through. I will not be recommending this if it didn't work. Maybe the key to your breakthrough isn't adding more. Maybe it's doing less, but better. If this video resonated with you, drop a like and comment down below. I'm sharing this journey in full, the mindset shifts, the nutrition freedom, and finally breaking out of the perfectionism trap. So if you're ready to train with intention instead of anxiety, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Train hard, rest harder, and don't let fear run your program.